Alright folks, we got a little collection update for you today. I say little, it's actually quite large, so hopefully I don't drag this out forever. But this is going to be an 80s hard rock heavy metal update. Not all of these albums would have been released in the 80s, but these bands are most associated with the 80s or originally came out in the 80s. First up, no Alcatrazz, no Parole from Rock and Roll 1983. This is the reissue that has all 10 tracks as instrumental demos, which is really cool. There's some great Ingve stuff on there. So I was going to go fast on this, and here I am showing these off. I try not to get too in-depth into them. And then next up we have Celtic Frost, Cold Lake and bonus tracks. I should have known when I saw this one for around $20 that something was up. It is, I think they called it a fan-produced album, i.e. a bootleg. I sold off my vinyl because it was going for good money, and until I found out that the CDs were going for even more money. So when I saw this one, I grabbed it without even thinking, why is this so much cheaper than the other ones? But it sounds good. This album isn't as bad as everybody makes it out to be. I mean, if it doesn't sound like Celtic Frost, I'll tell you that. I mean, not their early stuff, obviously. Then we have Détente, Recognize No Authority, LA thrash band. This one came out in '86. Dawn Cross, the lead singer, she passed away in '96. Of course, she had left the band in '89 and went on to form a band called Fear of God. And her right there. If I didn't say that she passed away in '96. Yeah, she passed. Formed Fear of God. I haven't heard them, but I did order one of their albums called Within the Veil because her voice is awesome. This album's awesome. It's kind of got a cult classic mystique to it. She's got like the right amount. She doesn't have as much grit as Sabina Clausen from Holy Moses, and she's not as high pitched as Nicole Lee from Snow White. She's right there in the middle. So she got, like I said, she has a really good voice. Shame we lost her so young to liver failure. But yeah, this is a really good album. Détente, Recognize No Authority. Then we have The Dogs D'Amour. 89. This album was called Errol Flynn overseas. Called King of Thieves here. Good band. I remember a buzz about them in the 80s. Never got around to checking them out. Always, their name would always pop up, and I was be like, man, those guys are still around. They never did anything here, really. They had like 4 albums chart in Britain, and I think 3 of them were in the top 40. So they had pretty good success over there, but it never translated over here. I do remember them touring one time here. It may have been for this album. They were a place called Trees, and they had some unknown act called Mother Love Bone opening up for them. Then we have this GNR boot. This was actually sent to me, I'm guessing intentionally, for buying a handful of CDs from this guy. Live at Paradise Rock Club, Boston, Massachusetts, USA, October 27, 1987. Sounds really good. And it's got a killer set list. It's got a Mama Ken, which is the encore, and Move to the City from Live Like a Suicide. Then it's got covers, a cover of Knocking on Heaven's Door, and then the other 10 tracks are all from Appetite for Destruction. So that was really cool of this guy to send that, throw that in with the other CDs that I got. Then we have Lizzy Borden, Give 'Em the Axe, Terrorizing. This is a compilation, came out in '95. This one, however, is a Brazilian compilation from 2021. Got covers of White Rabbit, Don't Touch Me There, Long Live Rock and Roll. There's the Terrorizing. I had heard the buzz on Lizzy Borden when Give 'Em the Axe came out, but I didn't buy Give 'Em the Axe. One, because it was an EP, and two, because the artwork was kind of crappy. Being they just said Give 'Em the Axe on there. Never got around to getting it, even though I did get Love You to Pieces and loved that album. I played that album relentlessly. And then trying to find a copy of Give 'Em the Axe these days is dang near impossible, for a reasonable price anyway. So I found this compilation, so I'm like, well, I'm just gonna get that then. And then we have Master of Puppets. I knew this came out, but you know, whenever these anniversary sets come out, I hardly ever look into them, because they usually don't come with the live disc. You usually have to buy the super deluxe sets to get the live disc. But I've found these and they had the live disc on them, so I was like, well, hell, I want to get that. I've only ever had Master of Puppets on vinyl. It's got of course, it's got the remastered album. Then the second CD's riffs, demos, rough mixes, and interviews. There's got a cool interview with Cliff, 20 minutes. You know, normally when I get these things, I listen to the interview once and don't listen to it again when I re-listen to it. But it's such a cool interview, and it's kind of a sad interview too. One thing I forgot to mention on here. So this was recorded in New Mexico, or maybe El Paso, like a night or two after the live disc I'm talking about. After they played in Dallas, not Dallas, Fort Worth. I wanted to go to the show. I couldn't go to the show because it was my senior prom, and I had a girlfriend who wanted to go to the senior prom. Of course, that's when they were opening with Ozzy. I kicked myself to this very day. We did go down to a record store signing and get the I got Master of Puppets and Kill 'Em All signed by all four guys. But you know, that interview is just sad because they're just talking about how, you know, Cliff's talking about all their plans and talking about going to Europe. So yeah, it was Back in their glory days. So I wasn't gonna try and speed this up, and I'm not doing a very good job of it. All right, then next up we have Sacred Oath, A Crystal Vision. This is came out in '87. U.S. heavy metal / power metal. This is the only release they did in the '80s. And then they got back together in 2005, re-recorded this album, called it A Crystal Revision. And they've been going ever since. Well, I know that I think they released their last album in 2021, so I haven't heard anything since then. And this one is from 2009. Now, when they got back together, they did get a little more heavy metal meets power metal, and now they're kind of power metal meets thrash metal. But still really good. Still got the same singer, Rob Thorne. His voice is actually better now. It's not. It was pretty high pitched back in the '80s. It's kind of more mellow now. And then we have Warlord. It's called From the Ashes to the Archives, The Hot Pursuit Continues. 2024 compilation. It's actually a bunch of tracks re-recorded with Giles Avery on vocals. But I've yet to be disappointed with Warlord, and I think it's Mega Jeff, Rock Hard Vinyl. So got this one, was talking about it. So it's like, yeah, man, I guess I'm gonna have to get this one, because I was kind of holding out because I didn't want to get just re-recorded versions, but they sound good. And I saved these last two because these were both two bands that I heard on Z-Rock way back in the late 80s, early 90s. This is Junkyard. I think they were from LA. And, you know, I was almost lost it. Very poor in the late 80s and early 90s. So I didn't get around to getting these, you know. Some albums you just had to say, oh well, I'll try you later. But I think they played Hollywood on Z-Rock. Maybe, but I remember liking it and wanting to get it. Kind of, you don't know Junkyard, it's kind of Guns N' Roses meets AC/DC with a hint of Southern rock thrown in there. And then we have Hags. Also came out in '89. I do not remember what track they played on Z-Rock back then. Maybe Half the Way Valley. Now these guys, this album was released in '89. I don't think they toured the US at that time. I know they went to Europe in '90. They broke up. Then '91 they thought about getting back together. And their bass player, Chris Schlosshard, died of pneumonia in '91, so that never happened. So if you don't know Hags, they're kind of Guns N' Roses meets Faster Pussycat. The singer kind of has a Tame Me Down meets Spike from the Choir Boys vocal tone to him. But I did find out that they have this was the only studio album they released, like I said, and they broke up. There was an album, a live album called Live at CD Studios 1987 that was released in 2010. So that predates this. So I'm interested in checking that one out too. Alrighty, folks. You guys have a good one.